Okay, so hi guys, welcome to our call tonight. I want to focus on today's team call is start everyone with something. And so this mindset of not just being so driven on challenge packs, challenge packs, challenge packs. However, the challenge pack, if it is the best deal for the client or the coach, usually with a coach signing on, it's going to be their best deal so that they're not spending that $40. They're getting that sign-on fee waived. Lead with that. If that's what they want and it's their best deal, then definitely. I'm not saying don't do that. So don't ever take anything that I'm saying in this training that way, but it's just kind of like a different mindset of how we can help people. Because it's almost like because we're so focused on SC that if somebody's like, oh, I just don't have the money. It's like, oh, okay, I'll follow up in 3 months, and so that's kind of what we're going to dig into tonight. So some announcements happening is that all of our challenge packs, our top challenge packs are all $20 off this month. So one really cool thing is that there's a completion pack that's normally $190. It's on sale for $170. They can do, the completion pack means if they already have Beachbody On Demand, they can do Shakeology, Energize, and Recover for $170, which is super awesome because that's normally $250 worth of stuff. You can go into anybody that has bought already and you can actually run a report. It's called a subscription report in your Coach Online office, and you can figure out who just has bought without any Shakeology or Performance Line. And then you can send an email. You can actually export their email and send an email. And I copied and pasted a sample email that I'm sending to my clients about this great deal that you can do the same. So that's just something really cool. And then, but yeah, most challenge packs are all $20 off, which is great. And the Morning Meltdown 100 on Tuesday, we had our team call with Jericho, and I posted the recording today. The only thing I wish is that every other trainer, they had it where we could they could see our faces and we could talk to them and ask them questions, and it was a lot more engaging. And they changed it this time. And I don't know if it was just because the number of people to get on or what, but she is just such a joy. Like, I've worked out with her live multiple times and she just has such high energy. She's like the sweetest person. All of her outfits are to die for. She's just like a ball of energy. I love her workout style. You guys are going to love her. So I wish we could have got maybe a little bit more interaction with her, but go follow her. Take a look at her social media, and she's just such a sweet person that I'm just so excited for her and for this launch and for us, because this program is going to be great. If you're following some coaches that are in the test group, you're seeing how the moves are like so different from so many workouts you've seen before. So check out that recording of that call. And then the leaderboard so far, I am actually making a shift, and we are going to be focusing more on team volume than Success Club. I think Success Club is awesome, and it means you're changing lives. But we are going to be focusing more on volume, because volume, when you have more team volume, it means you're making more money. And that's what I really want to focus on, is the small wins, and not making anybody feel bad if they're not hitting Success Club. We have so many rock stars that are, and that's amazing. But anybody that's on the board from 1 to 4 Success Club points, I don't want people to feel like they're a failure. So that's kind of why we're shifting our focus a little bit. So Lindsay Cunningham has 4, I have 4, Maddie has 4, Heather has 2, Stephanie has 2, Casey has 2, Hannah has 2, Melissa has 2, and Emily has 2. So we're starting the month off strong. It's not even the first week. We're on the 6th of the month, so people are killing it. And then I'm recognizing anything team volume that's 150 or 250. Some of these people, I have another coach that she's like a sister coach that we have the same upline. So if you ever look at some of these names and you don't recognize them, there's no way to run team volume without filtering out anybody that's in your downline. And so we have the same upline, and she's in my downline. So she's like a 3-time elite coach. So her and all of her coaches show up sometimes. So I'm looking at some of these people and I think they're not really part of our team. But it's just like a learning curve, and I'll have to be like, oh, she's not on our team. She's not on our team, but it's not really worth it for me to worry about it too much. So people that are over 500 TV, which is where you're going to be shooting to really see some awesome paychecks and cycles, are myself and Melissa. And then Heather is at 302. Stephanie's maybe on our team, 285. Jennifer Stella, maybe. Brittany Swanson, don't think so. I think these are all on Carolyn's team. But okay, and then 150 is Kayla, Michael, Maddie. I don't think any of these. Emily and Carolyn Cox. I think those are the only other people that are actually going to be watching this. So, and then the top recruiter is Rachel. So I'm also going to be explaining TV, the difference between PV and TV a little bit tonight, but I don't want to get too in depth with things. I just want to focus on like where we're heading in June and how to get people started with anything. Oh, Christina Johnson is your sister. Okay. Good job, Christina Johnson. I was like, I don't know any of these names. Oh, and is she wanting to work the business? You're muted.
There we go. I'm not sure. I mean, she is like sometimes wanting to, so, you know, I don't know. I think that's from her orders because she's been ordering a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, anyways, that's great. And what my sister started as a discount coach, she could not afford the challenge pack. Melissa, who just hit 1-star diamond today, couldn't afford the challenge pack. Oh, dang it. I meant to put her face on here. I knew I was forgetting something. Sorry, sissy. But she could not afford a challenge pack, and it was about her birthday. She was postpartum, and she was like, I'm ready to do something. So she asked her mom and mother-in-law to split the cost of the challenge pack for her birthday, and that's actually how she got started. And she told me no for a long time. She wanted nothing to do with coaching. She just wanted to lose weight because she was miserable with herself. So that's kind of a cool story too, is that a lot of people start off like with, yeah, maybe, but then they just something clicks and they find the community and the tribe. And so a lot of people, I will still plug into Team Page. You know, maybe for you, not put her into like our big team page, but maybe like Perfectly Imperfect, just to kind of see, you know, get the idea of the culture and things like that. And you never know like what may come of it. I wouldn't add her to all the groups or anything, but that's another thing I do with discount coaches is I'm like, do you have any desire for me to add you to the team page? So you can just kind of take a look at things. And if you ever ever want to run any groups or anything with us kind of thing. So just keeping that open. All right, so my focus for moving forward is I want you to feel confident. I want you to celebrate your wins. I keep burping, sorry. I want you to celebrate your wins. Quarterly bod is $0 when you put it in the cart because they get charged $39 or $40 on day 15. So you may be like, oh, I only sold a quarterly bod. No, celebrate those. You're changing somebody's life. It's somebody, you know, decided to do something for themselves. So if they can't afford a CPE, a challenge pack, what are you offering them? Are you like, oh, okay, I'll check in next month? Are you stopping there? Are you writing them off? Or are you like, I need to give them something. They just told me what their goals are. They told me what they're struggling with. I have to do something. So that's when quarterly bod comes in, 3-day refresh, energize, or you ask about a combination of all three. So I've shared this, and I actually have a learning unit section that's all about the quarterly bod things that I've been sharing lately in our team page. So this graphic is perfect when I'm talking to people. And I'm like, okay, so if you take a look at this, the fitness side, that quarterly is 3 months for $39. And then my favorite is the pre-workout drink. It helps so much with energy and cleaning my house. And the 3-day refreshes or the 3-day cleanse. So let me know if you want to add on either of those. And sometimes I've had people that were like, I'll take the pre-workout and the refresh. Like I've sold so many cleanses and energizes this week just because I'm just doing this and it's a smaller price point, but people are ready to get results. And so I'm just seeing a ton of orders come through versus like, you know, with a challenge pack, I feel like it's a lot more commitment for somebody, but it's a lot easier to say, okay, I'm going to pay $50 today. I'm going to pay $39 in 2 weeks. It's almost like a payment plan for them. So that's why I love this so much. So I send this graphic, and sometimes people end up doing the challenge pack. Sometimes they just do a little bit of this. And if they're like, I'll just do the $39, I'm like, okay, great. I just need your email. And then I send it and I say, I did put in a 10 sampler pack of Energize. It's $18 if you wanted to give it a try. You can totally take it out of your cart if you don't want it. But like I said, you're paying $0 today for the Beachbody On Demand. So just be $18 and then $39 in 2 weeks. 9 times out of 10, they leave it in their cart, then they try it, fall in love with it, and then they're going to buy it later. So I will do that. I do that every time. Even if they tell me no to anything else, I put in that sampler pack because it's $18. Like their checkout totals can be $18. Well, then there's shipping, which is a little annoying. I'm not going to talk about that. But that's what I do. And most people have left it in there. And same thing with my challenge groups. I send Energize samples to my challengers and they almost always buy it. So, focusing on the products that we have and getting them in people's hands, because sometimes they're just afraid to give it a try. But it's also what we focus on is what they are going to focus on. So talking about it in your challenge groups. I posted that Energize picture and it had some other things in there. And I posted it in my challenge group and I was like, hey, tell me what you guys have tried already from this and what you want to try. And I talked a little bit about why I loved the Energize and things like that. And I got so many conversations going and I sold 2 tubs of Energize, a sample pack of Energize, and a cleanse just from doing that. And 3 people told me they want to try the bars next month. So you have to also talk about things other than Shakeology and BOD in your challenge groups too, for them to see, oh, there's other things, because we have so many like mid-range products in our catalog. Okay, so what are we going to start with people this month? Maybe like I was talking about, quarterly BOD and Energize, 3-day or the 3-day refresh, great option. I love the 3-day refresh. There's 2 options with the 3-day refresh, without Shakeology and with Shakeology. So if you have a discount coach or something, I'm going to say, hey, grab the one with the 3 packets of Shakeology, because that's going to get you active again. So I think the other one without Shakeology is only 45 PV. So, if they need something for their active status, the 3-day refresh with the 3 days worth of Shakeology is a great option for them. But also, I think like the all access challenge pack is like maybe like 45 TV, and the 3-day refresh kit is 52 TV. So like that kit is more than a challenge pack in team volume, which I'm going to talk to you about later. So, okay, let's talk about quarterly BOD posts and polls. I posted an Unfold story. I posted an Unfold story. What's wrong? Sorry. I posted an Unfold story in my in our team page, and I linked it below that I'll show you too. Go play with Daddy. She doesn't feel good. Okay, so 3 options. You can just make a simple post like, would anybody be interested in doing a virtual summer boot camp with me? You get 3 months access to workouts for $39 and me in your corner to remind you to get your booty moving. Hold on. Here. There you go. Okay. So it could be something simple like that. I have a couple samples of posts to show you too that I'll click on. A poll on Instagram, a poll on Facebook. What is this? I linked something in here. I linked a couple different examples of things. Oh, this is the Unfold stories I was telling you I made the other day that you can save and add right to your stories. So, have you been hard on yourself? Are you feeling, blah, blah, blah? No. Then I'm sharing transformations. Showing what they get. Showing about our accountability group. And then I have this. And then it just says insert poll here. So you would like put that poll there. And then something like that. And then update it too as you get people to sign up. Add on to the list and like kind of like be like this and be like, oh, spots are filling up. If people have FOMO and they want to be a part of that. Okay, so sample posts. Go to page. Excuse me. So I shared this in the team page, and this was from Brooke Lipoff, who's an elite coach that shares some really great stuff. So she basically posted her postpartum journey and then talked about how she's offering it to anyone for 3 months for only $39. And I have this in the learning section, so I'm not going to go over all of that, but just kind of a sample of, you can use that as a template. I say don't ever like copy and paste things, but just good to use as a template, a guide. And then I have this from Melissa that she did. And if you guys have any posts that are working really well, just share them in our team page and be like, hey guys, this post was working well for me. So Melissa had a lot of engagement on this post. Anyone want to do a summer fit club with me? 3.5 months access because you get 2 weeks free to over 700 workouts in your home for $39. Perfect for summer. Also includes kids options to keep your kids active. So she said she had a lot of people interested because of that post. And then here's an example, like this was, you can make it pretty with a graphic, or you can literally just keep it super simple, where she said summer home boot camp, 14-day trial, 700 workouts. And then she had like literally on a piece of paper where she wrote everybody down. So just some like keeping it simple, but getting it out there. And then don't be afraid to private message people, because people that you've talked to in the past and they've said no, or have ghosted you, or, people that have been commenting or liking on your post, then just reach out to them and, you know, kind of start a conversation, genuine conversation, catch up. And then when you don't know what else to say, it's just like, hey, I don't know if we've, you know, I know you've been interested, or you've been such a supporter, and it means so much to me. And I don't know if you're interested or not, but we actually have a special that you can do 3 months for $39. Would you want to join me and keep each other accountable this summer? Something so simple like that. Just starting conversations, being genuine, going into a conversation, really trying to just ask questions. What are their goals? What are their struggles? And then just put it out there, kind of thing. So then this is also in the team page, but I just copied and pasted it here. So you make it sound like you, but here's an example. So start a genuine combo, somebody who's watched your story, liked or commented on a post, or a friend you know who's wanting to be a little happier with themselves. Like I just said, catch up, be a good listener. Girl, it was so refreshing to catch up. I mean it. I feel like it's so rare to have actual interaction with people anymore besides likes and comments on social. So thanks for being you. I got to run, but I just wanted to see if you're doing anything for workouts these days. I've been working out from home and loving it, but I just want some summer accountability buddies. Let me know if you'd be down to work out with me. I actually found a streaming service that gives you like 700 plus workouts for $39 for 3.5 months. So if you're down, we could totally work out virtually this summer together. Just let me know. And for real, it was so good to catch up. I hope we can stay in touch more and check in with our goals this summer. Like, that is so just short, sweet, to the point. And who's going to say no? If they want to work on themselves, who's going to say no to $39, 3 months worth, and somebody that's going to keep them accountable? And then when they say yes or ask for more information, I send this photo that I told you. I send this photo. And then I say, okay, great. So it's pretty cool because it's $0 today because you get a free 2-week trial. Then it'll charge you $39 after the 2 weeks, and you get 3 months access to 700 workouts. I'm sending this photo because most of my clients grab either a 3-day refresh, which is a detox, or just say that a 3-day cleanse, whatever, to help you see results right away. And I don't know about you, but I love seeing results to keep me going and motivated. The other game changer is Energize. It's a plant-based natural pre-workout that makes workouts so much better with that extra boost. I also use it to clean my house. Laughing emoji. Like, make it sound like yourself. I call it my mom crack. The way you break up the payment too, because this way you break up the payment, and let me know if you want to add anything on to maximize results. If they say no to anything extra, but are down for the 3 months, like I just said earlier, I still add on the sampler pack. Okay, cool, no worries. Here's the link to order. It's good for 24 hours. It's not really, but you know. I did throw in a sampler pack of 10 servings of Energize so you can try it. We're going to have so much fun together. Let me know once you're all signed up so I can add you to our virtual boot camp. That's the gist of it. Super simple. And most people can do $39, but even if they couldn't do the $160 or, you know, $180 that you invited them to last month. So here is our June contest that I wanted to briefly go over too. So sell 10 BODs and get 1 entry into the raffle. Sell 10 BODs and 5 Energize add-ons and get 2 entries. Sell 10 BODs and 10 Energize and you get 3 Energize. So this is a tub of Energize, but I still want you to celebrate the the sampler pack, because eventually it'll probably turn into the Energize tub. But for this contest, it is an actual tub of Energize. Because I was looking at it, I think the commission is like $4 on the sampler pack, and it's like 9 team volume points. So it's not much, but if they do order in the future, it would be. So if they get the sampler pack and then order Energize, then you could still do that. You could check that off. So here's our 10 quarterly BODs where you can print this off and just check it off as you sell them, as you sell the Energize. And I don't have 3-day refresh, but that would be a check mark too. So same thing. All right, so quarterly BOD doesn't bill for 14 days. And then you can upsell Energize. So it's like a payment plan. Everybody wins. So sell 10 bods and get 1 entry into the raffle. Sell 10 bods and 5 Energize add-ons and get 2 entries. Sell 10 bods and 10 Energize and you can get 3 entries. And so the prize is $50 to Amazon or Instacart. And this is kind of like how you break it down. It is month 1, if somebody is only selling challenge packs, month 1 you hit Success Club 10 and you make $250 commissions in commissions. If you're selling the base challenge pack, like with 445 TV. I'm trying not to get too much into numbers, but month 4, you're still making 250 commissions. Month 7, 250 commissions, earn some prizes, but you're not really cycling maybe more than once. Okay, coach number 2, the quarterly bod rockstar. If you're somebody that commits to selling 10 quarterly bod memberships every month. Month 1, 0 SC, but sell 10 quarterly bods and $155 in commission, and you can see 150 TV. So less volume. Again, TV is team volume, and I have the next slide. I'm going to teach you what the difference is between personal volume and team volume. Month 4, $311 in commissions, 300 TV. This is them selling 10 every month. And then keep in mind, every 3 months, the people that first bought are going to renew. Month 7, $466. Month 10, $622. Month 16, $933. So they're not making Success Club, but they're making good money, and that 900 TV is also going to help them be able to cycle, up to 9 times. So really cool. I think I saw something in the chat. Oh, I'm like out of breath. I don't know why my chat disappears. Oh, there it is. What if it's 12-month bods? Is that? Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, 12-month bod is going to be more commission and more volume, so it's great. The quarterly bod, in the long run, if you sold a bunch of quarterly bods, would make you more money, because instead of $99, it's $120 and more volume. But in the grand scheme of things, for the customer, it's better for them to pay $99 versus $120. So it's still a win, still a celebrate, but it's just for those people that they just need a mid-range product that they can't afford that. So if somebody can't afford the $99, absolutely. Okay. What is personal volume? Personal volume is a value assigned to products and membership services, and it's generated either from what you personally purchase, so personal volume, or anything that you sell, any of your clients, PV. So, and it's what keeps you active. That's it. You don't make money off of that. So that is why it is so important for you to have that secondary account that you can put all of your bod orders through, because that is team volume and that helps you cycle. PV does not help you cycle one bit. That's why that secondary account is so important, and anything not SC related you throw through there. And if you are, working for SC, get to 5, and then everything else should be, unless it's like a coach and you need it for a rank or something like that. But everything else should go through that secondary account because you want to grow your volume. So what is team volume? This is basically anything that your coaches are buying for themselves, selling, or their coaches' or coaches' clients, or anything like that. So that's what's used to calculate team cycle. It makes you money. This is what your coaches are buying, selling. This is what their coaches are buying, selling. All orders should go through this secondary account. They should also know that it's going through this secondary account. But then you're going to see that team volume grow. You're going to be able to cycle more. You're going to get commission, and then you're also going to be able to get volume and cycle. So you're kind of double dipping this way. So that's why it's so important to have that secondary account. So we kind of just went over this, where here's the working coach hitting SC10 every month, but has trouble with retention and isn't really seeing a cycle bonus grow. So if you say this is the challenge pack that has 45 TV, we're just using one factor, and they hit SC10. Okay, that's $250 that month in commission. And not a ton of volume. Month 4, same thing, $250, not a ton of volume. Same thing with month 7. And then month 9, okay, they hit diamond, they cycle one time. One cycle for diamond is $18. So they're making $250 commission and an $18 team cycle bonus. They may feel burnout. They're only making that $250, which I shouldn't say only because that's still awesome. But if they were really focusing on driving their volume and focusing on other things other than just challenge packs, they're going to see that cycle grow, and that team cycle is going to really pay off. And those subscription renewals are going to be coming in too. So if this was one of your coaches, they give you about 225 team volume, and that helps you cycle about twice. So here's scenario number 2. And I'm trying not to get like too much information. So if you have questions, please let me know. If you're watching the recording, please ask on our team page. You are not stupid. Volume is hard, and it took me a very long time to explain it. So I'm trying to explain it simply, but also going into more detail instead of just being like, here's the basics, because I want you to know how to grow your income. It's up to you to learn, to grow, to dig in and to research, and to let me know when you have questions so we can help you. All right, so here's that scenario number 2, that quarterly bod rock star we just talked about. They may not make that Success Club recognition boards. Maybe they're not super stressed about building a team. They're just paying their bills. They're loving their journey. They're helping others. It makes you more money than that working coach because they're bringing in a ton more volume. Because look at this, on month 16, that coach is cycling 9 times, or they're helping me to cycle 9 times with that 900 TV, which is incredible. From one coach, 9 extra cycles. So this is not numbers based. This is just kind of the compound effect. If you're a visual person. So January, you sell 10 bods, quarterly bods. Same with February, same with March. Then the January bods renew, and you're selling 10 quarterly bods in April. Look at all of those renewals. Then May and February, June and March, but then look what happens in July. Why can't I make this bigger? Hold on. Oh, let me get rid of this. So then in July, you have 3 rows worth. And so that's like 30 bods renewing. And then when you get to, what month is this? When you get to October, then you have 4 months of 10 people, 10 different. So that's what, 40 people's quarterly bod renewing. Why can't I talk today? I don't know. So you can just kind of see how that compound effect is, even if that's just what you're focusing on that subscription renewal. I have so much of my paycheck is subscription renewals. So much is bod from people over the past years. So much is Shakeology of people just ordering, reordering. Those reoccurring orders are where it's at. So that's why it's so important to focus on that. And Crystal, hey. So some of this is a lot of information. I don't want to focus on the numbers. I just want to focus on the idea that the more that you can get people just started with something, especially that quarterly bod, you get 10 people, even if it's you get 5 people this month, and then you get 5 people next month, and 5 people the month after, and then you're going to see that compound effect. So that's why I love that so much. And then does anybody have any questions about that so far? I don't want to go too much into the numbers. I just wanted to kind of like show you, but not focus on it too much, because I also have things like this. I just realized I wasn't sharing my screen anymore. Hold on. I shared this in our team page. This is for your information if you ever need. So you and that other account has to have 50 PV to be active. So here's everything and what their PV is, personal volume for you. Then you can look over here and see exactly what the team volume is as well, just so you can kind of compare. And what I just wanted to show you, which is kind of cool, is that Shakeology is 90 PV and 90 TV. So Shakeology is an awesome product that it has that same awesome TV. The UPF base kit, 90 TV. The 3-day kit, 45. No, I think the complete kit is, TV. Yeah, sorry. Okay, and then, but yeah, so you can take a look at but the Beachbody On Demand All Access Challenge Pack with Shakeology is only 35 TV. where Beachbody On Demand for a year is 38 TV. You know, quarterly, yeah, it's only 15 TV, but you're going to see that compound effect. So I don't think you need to know these numbers whatsoever. You don't need to memorize anything, but I just am showing you the difference. Personal volume, you need 50 PV to be active. The end. If you're focusing on Success Club, you need 90 PV on HD. But if you're just needing to be active, or that secondary account needs to be active, 50 PV.
Hey, I'm just going to jump in. Sorry, just a second. I just got on. But it's 50 PV for your personal purchases and or what you sell, correct?
Yep.
Like if I sold somebody 50 PV, that would make me active.
Yeah, but if you sell somebody 50 PV, yep, correct. You are right. And if you ever are interested in looking at everything, which I don't think you need to ever know, but I just came across this, which I thought was really cool. It has everything that we have with the retail price, the coach price, the PV, the TV, the commission that you make. Really cool. So I'll share all of this. We have a volume training that you're going to see. But the gist of what I want you to get, I don't want you to focus on the numbers. I don't want you to focus on all these other things. The gist of what I want you to get is like start somebody with something. Like you don't have to focus on challenge facts. Just get them started with something. Let them get into our community. Let them fall in love. Let them try other products. And then you can talk to them about more things. So every month, maybe they start with Quarterly Bod and Energize this month. And then next month, oh my gosh, girl, do you want to do a 3-day refresh? And then month 3, oh my gosh, girl, have you ever tried the beach bars? You're going to love them. You know, just focusing on also sharing those in our challenge groups and things like that people are going to want to, try out these other products. So I'll share these graphics too. They have some like personal invites, examples, and things like that. Where they give you kind of like ideas of what to say to somebody, how to follow up with somebody. The only thing is they have a PDF in their team. I don't have the PDF that they use, but we just use the third-party tools, the photos like I was showing you of what we have to offer. So I can share these too, but they just give you kind of like examples of what to say for invites and things like that I feel like a lot of people are needing, just wanting to know what to say. Also, I want to follow up. Sometimes people are like, hey, when I send a link, like when do you follow up? Follow up in 24 hours. Hey, did you get signed up okay? In another 24 hours if no response. I hope everything's okay. In another 24 hours if no response. I hope you're just really busy and I didn't say something wrong. By now, if they haven't responded, write them down to follow up with each week. 100% of the time, it's nothing you said or did. It's them. They aren't ready right now. But yeah, so I will share these with you. They have little like scripts of what to say to people. And then, okay, so I was talking to somebody today when we were talking about volume, and she was like, I went into Nordstrom's and I told the girl that I am like the plain Jane girl next door. I didn't want anything fancy. I just wanted like regular jeans. I needed jeans. None of mine fit. And she brings me 3 pairs of like these blingy, sparkly, low-rise jeans, and she kept telling me how good they looked on me. And then she brought in another girl to tell me how good they looked on me, and I felt so like obligated to just buy them that I bought them and I got them home, and I was like, I am never going to wear them, is what she was thinking. So she's like, I returned them. And, you know, if the girl would have just bought me 3 pairs of jeans that she would have listened to what I was looking for and would have brought me 3 pairs of jeans, I probably would have bought them all. But instead I bought 1 pair, ended up returning it because it wasn't what I wanted. And so she was kind of like, that's what I think of when I think about people being so focused on the challenge pack, because it's not the ultimate solution every time. Maybe they would rather just have that quarterly bod. Or maybe they would rather, maybe they have bought and they just need that Energize or the 3-day refresh or something like that. So just be genuine and have genuine conversations and offer options for all budgets. And don't be like butthurt if somebody isn't buying a challenge pack, because there are so many more things to helping people than to focusing on Success Club points, because that is not the end all. So start everyone with something, and this helps people not slip through the cracks so much. Somebody's like, oh, I can't afford it. It's like, okay, next. But I don't want you to do that. I want you to know that there are so many different options. And then I'll leave you with this. So Lindsay Matway is she was a 3-time the number 1 coach in our network. She's, I think, a 4-time 15-star diamond. So as you hit 2-star diamond, which means you have 2 personally sponsored diamonds, you can open a second business center. Every star you get means you have a diamond coach that you personally sponsored. So Angie's my coach. When she gets to diamond, I will get a star. So so she has 15 diamonds in 4 different business centers. Just talking about how crazy that is mind-boggling about that's how she makes 7 figures also, is that she has so many business centers and volume. And she didn't sign on with a challenge pack. Like, imagine if her coach said, no, I only sign coaches on with a challenge pack. And then she went to somebody else. Imagine if that happened. You lost to Lindsay Matway because you let your pride get in the way and you let somebody sign up for $40 because they wanted to coach. Maybe they'll buy something down the road. So just not being so sold on it. Most times for the coach, a challenge pack does make sense because it's going to be their best solution. If they need BOD and they need a meal plan and they need Shakeology, it's going to make the most sense. But if that is not something that's going to work for their budget or going to happen for them, don't put somebody off because of that. I was talking to a bunch of top coaches when we were talking about this, and so many of them started with the $40 and they had a bootleg copy of some type of Beachbody program, and they are super successful, like elite coaches. So don't be so set on a challenge pack that you lose sight of a life that you could change with something else. And, and that's what I wanted to say is, let me be clear. If the challenge pack is the best thing for them, then go that route, but just don't stop there. So that was the gist of what I wanted to talk to you about. If anybody hopped on late and I was talking about things that were a little confusing or anything like that, volume is a hard topic. It took me probably 2 years to really dig in and understand volume, but I'm really just trying to simplify it and make you guys understand that first you have to hit emerald. I don't know if I said that. You have to hit emerald in order to be putting things to that secondary account to be able to cycle. You can't cycle if you're not emerald. That was a key piece that I meant to say the very first 10 minutes. So emerald is 2 coaches, one on your left, one on your right. That second coach can be that spouse account, that secondary account, whatever. And then as soon as you're emerald, all of those orders are going to go through that secondary account to help you cycle more. So does anybody have any volume questions or any questions about anything? Okay. Hey, Crystal, how's it going over there? What'd you say?
Can you hear me?
Are you at work?
Yeah. I'm doing notes, but I'm actually trying to take notes off of YouTube. I just put like PB points under my patient's name, and I'm like, oops.
That's awesome. Well, since I have you, since we chatted last, do you have any other questions or anything on your mind since you're here?
Not yet.
Okay. So
I haven't to think.
Okay, so focus on that free group. We have the free clean eating group that's starting June 10th. Getting people into there, and start thinking about who would be that second coach other than your husband, and start talking to people or just making a list so that you can invite them to the clean week. If you have somebody that you haven't talked to yet but you think would make a great coach, invite them to the clean week. You don't have to talk about coaching at the end of the week, depending on if they're really posting a lot. That's a great way to segue. Like, you are such a rock star, you should totally think about doing this with me. So that's why I love free groups so much.
Okay.
So, all right. Anybody else have anything?